Com. So excited to go ahead and be with you right now. What are you looking at? Well, right now you're looking at a brand new service that we are now using. And also, first I was on StreamYard, then Be Live, and now we're on an amazing new service called Restream on that. So obviously the testing, going for a little bit of a test drive here today, people, just getting a chance to go ahead and kick the tires. But I'm loving the format, and most of all, I love this format too. And I'm hoping what this is going to go ahead and do is really allow for a lot more access. Guys, I'm looking forward to bringing some amazing interviews with incredibly interesting individuals to go ahead and show you how to practically do what? Matter of fact, sell, manage, and lead as an introvert. As you guys know, I'm a specialist, matter of fact, who works as a business growth coach who specializes in basically helping, matter of fact, individuals who identify as introverted perfectionists and how to sell, lead, and manage as introverts. But if you're an extrovert out there too as well, don't worry, I got some stuff here for you. So first of all, welcome to the channel, and you'll be seeing me available live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So wherever you get information is where you're going to see that too. So right now, guys, as we kind of basically taking this application out for a walk, I wanted to go ahead and just give you something practical. Is that okay? Can I coach you? All right. I hope you can. Matter of fact, I hope this will find interesting. So just got off the phone with an amazing customer. And the guys, listen, as a private growth coach, I've got a chance to work with over 2,000 professionals going on here. And like I said, it's been amazing. And they all come from every walk of life. And one of the big questions that oftentimes comes up with entrepreneurs, particularly those over 40, you know who you are, okay? You want to say, listen, I got a great idea. I want to start my own business. But it's interesting. We're not 20 anymore. We're not even 30 anymore. But for those of us who are now beginning to start a new business at age 45, 50, and above, the one thing that people don't factor in is how much energy it takes. So I'm going to just go and take a few moments because this is something I deal with every single time, because a lot of people are thinking, well, it's going to be the idea that's going to go ahead and give me what I need. It's going to be the finances. It's going to be all that. And the reality is the fact that it's not. Okay. So while you're basically now concerned about, do I need, matter of fact, am I in the right business, which of course is going to be important. What's more important is that you have the energy to even do it. So guys, let me go and give you a little bit of advice here today in terms of what you can go ahead and do to make sure that you are always fully charged. First of all, raise your right hand with me for those of you guys who are doing so. On that, if you're in the car, please keep one hand on the steering wheel. But here it is. I want you to go ahead and repeat after me. I will not start my day until I'm fully charged. Now put your hand down. Now, guys, why is that important? Well, you and I basically would not even dare start our day without having plugged in, go to bed tonight without plugging in our phone because we need it to be fully charged. Okay. Get that sort of thing. Well, the same thing, we need to place a demand on ourselves as individuals going on here. And what I mean by fully charged, I want to go in and kind of really give you a little bit of a visual so you understand what's going on, because people blow past this, and as a result of that, they're basically finding themselves petering out, starting with a bang but ending with a fizzle. And in many cases, it's happening because they are, say it with me, people, drained. What are you talking about, drained? Yeah, absolutely drained. Listen, we are a parent. You're oftentimes spouses. Some of you guys are owning business. Some of you guys are trying to run a business while working a full-time job. That's a lot of stuff pulling from your energy. And if you are not putting in as much as what's going out, it doesn't matter what your business plan looks like. You're going to find yourself always being drained, and you're going to be constantly starting projects that you rarely finish. And if you're tired of doing that, lean in. I want to go ahead and give you some great tips that you think you're going to find very, very useful. All right. So first of all, let's go ahead and break it down for you. You are spirit, soul, mind, body. Now, you know this. I know that. But what you don't know, and most folks don't, is that each of these areas have their own energy compartment, thinking about their own silo that has to be filled. Listen, we know that we eat every day in order to go ahead and take that energy for us to go ahead and move around. But we never consider that we actually have to go ahead and have that same type of discipline in terms of nutrition in the area of our spirit, our soul, our mind, and body. And the reason why that's important, because the energy that we need to basically now fulfill those dreams, to now basically after working 8 hours, work another 4 hours working on your new gig, has to come from somewhere. And if you are drained, it doesn't matter how ambitious you are, you're not going to do it. So lean in if this has been your problem. So here we go. Spirit, soul, mind, body. We all know this. Now, I want to go ahead and really hammer in this point. So, we're going to put a numerical value on all four of those areas: 25% spirit, 25% soul, 25% mind, 25% body. Add it all together, and you get what? 100%. That's the ideal situation that we need to every day we get up, that we're going to make sure that we're starting the day fully charged. Let me give you an illustration, because I think this is going to really bring it home. Most of us, let's just say, for example, you're a Christian like me, pretty spiritual. So what ends up happening, you have a morning ritual of always starting off with prayer. All right, maybe you're praying for the family, praying for yourself, praying for the world. You get the idea. Okay. So at the very least, you're starting off the day 25% fully charged. Okay, super cool. You're fully charged. All right. So if ain't not fully charged, at least 25. Remember, we're going to put a numerical value: 25% on the spirit, soul, mind, body. Okay. Now you're fully charged spiritually. So what ends up happening, you start your day. But guess what's happening, guys? Whoa, hold on a second. Look at the math. You're only 25% charged, and now you start your day. So this is you. Here's the day. Here's the problem. We know you're at 25%, but we have no idea what the day is going to go ahead and bring. So here's it is. You're going about your day, and the day's worth of nonsense, aggravation, last minute stuff, guy cuts you off in traffic, whatever. All that combined is now equivalent of, say, 33%. You've only have 25% in the tank. Now we're coming at 33%. What's that word you use all the time? I feel overwhelmed. Yeah. Are you seeing how that can go ahead and happen? Listen, guys, this is a math problem. You're not bringing enough to be able to combat what could be coming at you. This is the reason why you have to commit to being 100% fully charged. This is the reason why you're starting things, but you're not finishing them. Not because you're a bad person, because you simply don't have enough in the tank going on here. This is extremely important for everyone to get, but particularly for my introverted perfectionists. A matter of fact, because of that personality type, you guys are more susceptible to getting drained easier than other personality types. So I'm hoping you're picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on. We're almost done here. So we are spirit, we're soul, we're mind, we're body. And you're recognizing that maybe that time in prayer, not enough, because it's only 25% of what we need is of 100%. So here's what you're going to be doing. And this is what I'm insisting with everybody I work with accordingly. Now, guys, I've been coaching thousands of individuals on that. When I put them on the morning ritual, it's amazing the results they're getting. I'm hoping you feel the same. So what is it? Number one, I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and do what? 15 minutes in the spirit. Okay. And also then 15 minutes on the soul. Let's go ahead and back up a little bit. 15 minutes in the spirit. What are we doing? What you're doing right now is simply concentrating on identity scriptures. Put in Chat GPT. List I am, every scripture that starts with I am. I'm the righteousness of God in Christ. Matter of fact, I'm the head and not the tail. You get where I'm going? These are identity scriptures that do what? Once you listen to it, it builds you up. Okay. Then the second thing you want to do is 15 minutes in the what? In fact, in the soul. Now, think of your favorite motivational speaker. I have several of them. Tony Robbins comes to mind. Eric Thomas going on here. Mel Robbins lately going on here. Matter of fact, Darren Daly's, as far as I was concerned, Darren Hardy is his name, and the list goes on and on. At any rate, and also these are individuals that I love because what they do is they're able to go ahead and practically give you tips on why you do what you do to keep you motivated. You see, your soul is what makes up who you are, your personality, and understanding individuals who understand the psychology is extremely beneficial. So I recommend you spend 15 minutes after you spend 15 minutes in the spirit, minimum, do more if you can. But if you want to do 15 minutes in the spirit, do that. And also then after you're done with that, then invest 15 minutes on the soul. Now, here's an easy way to do that. Go on YouTube. Find any of the authors that I just mentioned, Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, Mel Robbins, Darren Hardy. Find a YouTube clip for about 15 minutes and just go ahead and listen. Then what ends up happening, doing what? You're getting nourished in your soul. So are you keeping count? I hope you are. 25, matter of fact, 15 minutes on the spirit, 25% charge. Now 15 minutes on the soul, 50% charge. Now we go into the mind. That's right, guys. We're talking about the mind, getting you nourished on the inside. So here's the thing. Now, guys, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to go ahead and start meditating and studying trigonometry, unless, of course, that's what your thing. On that, we're simply, I don't really care what you study, but the main thing you want to go ahead and ask the question is, what do I love to learn about? I'm a big HGTV guy, so I love watching those transformational shows like This Old House, or matter of fact, Bargain Block, where they take dilapidated homes in Detroit and all stuff, and then makes them into phenomenal homes that brand new families can go ahead and move into. Transformation, that gets me excited. So what ends up happening is I watch those shows and I have a great time. Zzzt. Here we go, 75% charge. Last but not least, let's get physical. Last one is 15 minutes of doing something physical. Now, why is this so very important? Here's what's happening. When the body is exerting, particularly when after you do some very great cardiovascular, something that's really getting you to breathe, like this is powerful, because when you do that, you start releasing endorphins. Some people call it the happy hormone, but it's more than that. You see, when a person operates, in fact, is releasing endorphins, it allows you to do what? To handle stress while still operating as your best self. This is what you're doing, and this is giving you the huge advantage. Plus, when you now are operating with endorphins, guess what? Endorphins eat cortisol, the stress hormone. So by you now being able to exercise, and I don't care what you do, Zumba, matter of fact, CrossFit, push-ups, matter of fact, old school PE, it doesn't matter. Just along for that, for 10 to 15 minutes, you end up sounding like this. This is how you know that you're you're releasing the all important endorphins that are able to walk, eat the cortisol. All right. Now I want you to imagine now you've done all four of these 15 minutes in the spirit, soul, mind, and body. Now, the key here is to get up before everybody, before you're talking to the kids, before you're talking to your spouse. This is your alone time. Now, some of you are saying, well, I'll do it at night. It doesn't really work for you at night. You're doing all this building up just to go ahead and go to sleep. Sorry, it doesn't do you any good. So what I always recommend is, if you want to go ahead and implement this, go ahead and go to bed 1 hour earlier so you can get up 1 hour earlier. Find a nice quiet room if you can, as far as that's concerned. This is going to be that precious me time you've been trying to go ahead and get and all stuff. So this is an amazing ritual. It's something that I teach all my clients, just the tip of the iceberg of what we're doing when we're working and helping individuals to 10x their productivity, to really be able to go ahead and improve. But it starts off by making sure that you have enough energy in the tank, because you can't give out of an empty bucket. Okay, guys, this has been Coach Desmond. Did you like this? Was this helpful? If you like to go ahead and get more, you see right now on the screen over here, you can go ahead and do what? A complimentary one-on-one coaching session with me. So if you're liking what you're hearing here today, go ahead and put a comment. But if you're saying to yourself, listen, I've been looking for a coach. I've been looking for that level of accountability. But most of all, I've really been looking for a specialist who really has an understanding on how to help individuals who basically identify as either introverted or perfectionist or both. If that's you and you want to begin to go and start kicking the tires as to what getting a coach may look like, simply go ahead and click. Matter of fact, just go ahead and click on that barcode or go right to coachdesmond.com, and you can go ahead and schedule a complimentary one-on-one coaching session with me. Okay, guys, I got to go. I hope you found this thing helpful and also. And with that in mind, then, guys, if you know somebody that you can use this as well, don't be selfish. Please go ahead and forward this to them. Okay, guys, until next time, you guys take care. God bless you. See you next time.